I could then start picking on these
You're a
journalists.
pretty good interviewer.
So I might just do that. Watch. Look, I love to hang out with Denny because this is something unique in Ohio. I mean, this Master of Fine Arts program is the only program like it in the state. And believe me, when we talk about design, when we talk about art, to some people it's boring. To me, it's very exciting. The reason it's exciting is because it's where the world is today. I mean, we're back to Jobs here for a second. Mark knew Stephen Jobs, and the one thing that Jobs did is he realized that everything that he did, his people executed, had to be done with a great degree of excellence, combining design with technology. And if you ever get an Apple product, have you ever been in an Apple store? The first one I was ever in was out in Silicon Valley, and I'm like, what is this store? And you just walk in, and you just feel good. And if you ever order an Apple product, everything comes appropriately wrapped, appropriately designed. It's like every day is Christmas when you get an Apple product. And that's just, that's Apple. But there's so many other things that we do in our lives where we try to bring together the function with the art and with the design. And God, my fourth grade art teacher would be so excited about what I just said. I should get him to send it to him. Anyway, a couple things. First of all, you all remember, because you all kind of chuckled, and when I said I didn't like the pink driver's licenses. And it kind of takes me back. I was having lunch one day with one of the guys on my detail, and he said that the Ohio Department of Transportation was shutting a road down that led to a restaurant that really got a big chunk of their revenues during the Paul Bunyan Festival in Guernsey County. And I said, well, what's happened? Did the commissioners call? Oh, yeah, the department said, forget it, we have to close the road down. And he says, it's just such a shame that this restaurant is going to really be hurt because they can't put the construction off for a few days. He said, I just wish there was somebody that could do something about it. And I looked at him and I said, well, I know you forget this from time to time, but I'm the governor. Let's see what we can do. And we kept the road open, and the restaurant made its money, and the festival was a success. So, with this license business, I'm out there with Colonel Charles, and I'm looking at this license, and I'm thinking, this is not 21st century. And then I realized, I'm governor. I can fix this kind of a thing. So what happened was, and my wife agreed, and Mark agreed, and they're both marketing. My wife was at Gerbig, Snell, and Weisheimer, and that's a sad story. Bob Gerbig, unfortunately, had a stroke on Friday, is probably not going to make it. But Karen was there at that and had a history of marketing, and of course she's a mom, so she didn't have as much time. And Mark, Mark said that's what he did, at the CKS, the Kwame company that got sold right before I met him, that made him a successful and wealthy man. Mark understands design as well. So Mark and I got together. I said, hey, Mark, work with Karen if you would, and let's see if we can come up with something that's really cool and fits Ohio and actually moves us into the 21st century. We are, I am told, not license compliant, federally compliant right now. So this kind of works out great. First of all, there'll be no additional cost to the state of Ohio. Secondly, we will be able to reach the rules and the regulations that the federal government prescribes. And if you want details on that, I've got smart people here who can explain that to you. So we'll be federally compliant. We'll have a whole new license plate. And in fact, of course, the plate and the driver's license itself will be the first in the country where the driver's license will actually match what the license plate looks like. And this is something we all have to look at. What I'm excited about is the work that Mark did with Aaron. I don't want to steal all their thunder, but I'll steal most of it. The idea that we could invite Ohioans in the 21st century to come up with their ideas about what Ohio means to them, whether it's Go Bucks or Go Browns, or I love Cincinnati, whatever it is, or come to Southern Ohio, we rock, whatever it is, they will be able to send in their suggestions that will then be posted on the license plate, picked by a committee. So this is about as interactive a program as you can imagine. So the way this will work is we'll have a committee, and Ohioans will vote with their brains and with their mouses, with their clicks, to say what Ohio means to them, and we'll pick the ones that make the most sense, and we'll display them on the plate, and moms and dads will be riding around telling their kids, hey, I came up with that, or kids will be saying, Mom, that was my idea, and it'll involve all Ohioans, because what we really want to do is have one Ohio. Ohioans united, and I think this has been a great, great project, and it's not like so many of the serious things that we do, and we'll talk about those when we finish with this announcement today. It's one of those fun things you can do, and I think Ohioans will like the plate, they will like the idea, and mark my words, other states will begin to copy this. Without Aaron, without CCAD and a great leader, Denny here, we're using them, and we're going to continue to use them on more projects in the state because they really do rock the Casbah. So anyway, Denny, thank you, and without further intro, my good friend Mark.